guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shireen Warren. I'm the founder of Ivy Wild. We are a non-toxic hair care products company which specializes in textured hair education, and today I'm super excited to bring this video to you because, as you guys know, or you may not know, if you're new, please subscribe. But for the family, you know, the Ivy Wild family, we actually host cornrow and braiding workshops, and I have been so lucky to come across so many talented people. But I have to say my favorite events are the teen events because they're just so nourishing. But our teen cornrow and braiding workshops have allowed me to actually meet some incredible young women and men too. So the title intrigued you, can your teen make a million? It's such a great question to ask. I'm going to be answering it specifically to do with in the hair industry, specifically cornrowing and braiding and caring for textured hair, because that's where my passion lies. That's what I'm going to be able to speak to you guys about. I really am all about helping people to become the very best versions of themselves. This is really important to me because I feel like anything that I do in my business, I'm always trying to help you guys create a loving relationship with your hair, create a loving relationship with people around you who have their own natural hair as well. And I think it's not only the practices, so it's not only coming to the events and buying the products that are non-toxic, it's also making sure that I'm sharing the knowledge with you as well, so that you guys can make educated choices in the future about your hair and also help the loved ones around you as well to love their hair too. So these are my 3 things that I want to speak to you about in regards to can your teen make a million. The first thing you need to think about is you know your child, and the first thing I would think about is the skill set around, do they have what it takes? So I find that there's a lot of people that come with their teens to our cornrow and braiding workshops, and they know that they've got a special child. So the 3 things I'm going to be talking to you about today are things that I want you as the parent or as the guardian of your child or teen to be thinking about when you are wondering, is this a skill set I can nurture from now? We've been really lucky to have teens and children from as young as 8 years old come to our classes to learn how to cornrow and how to braid. They've learned skills and they've actually implemented the skills that they've learned along the way. So I'm gonna add some pictures. Actually, I'm just remembering a customer that sent me a picture of what her daughter had learned, and then she actually went home and practiced on a 3-year-old little sister, which literally filled my heart with so much joy because, you know, this is my passion. Like, this is something, cornrowing and braiding and helping people to love and build a better relationship with their hair is such a nourishing thing to be able to do. And when I think about my own journey, when I was younger, I really didn't like my hair. I grew up in a predominantly white school, so I kept straightening my hair. I wanted it to be straight, begged my mum for a perm. Anytime I had my hair braided, I prayed to have those tiny single braids so that I could, you know, swish my hair like everybody else was swishing their hair. So it's definitely been a journey of self-discovery and just making sure that I'm keeping myself topped up. So when I get messages and you guys send DMs and stuff about your own journey and how I've helped you along your journey, it really is something special. So the first thing I want to speak to you guys about is investing in your teens' education. This is super important. I find that people who come to the classes, our teens and cornrow braiding workshops, they're not only interested in just learning something new, but there are some teens that come and they actually want to be able to learn this and create an income from it, which is amazing. I think pouring into our teens and children's passions are really key because we have to be able to show them that we respect them as individuals. And I think for the parents that come along and they come and see the work that they've done, it's like, oh wow, like you really are into this. So I know I'm a parent, so for me that's exactly what I want to do. Like my son, he's crazy into trains. I have a 2-year-old and we've taken him on trains, we've got him train sets, he's constantly watching trains on YouTube, and pouring into that instead of trying to take his attention away from it is the best thing to do. I feel like sometimes we can as parents, we put our own fantasies of who our children will become onto them, and I don't think that's always fair. And I feel like there's so many ways that we can make a living in this life, in this world, and there are tons of hairstylists that are multi-millionaires, and I'll talk about the opportunities that it can actually lead to. So for example, there's like Jen Atkins, who started off as just I think she was just a normal hairstylist. She ended up being Kim Kardashian's hairstylist and the Kardashians hairstylists, and she then went on to create her own brand. So she owns a hair care company called Way. It's spelled O-A-U-I, I think. You also have hairstylists that work with top models, so they do a lot of the backstage work as well. So there's lots of points of entry. It's just finding what route your teenager would like to take. The opportunities that this can lead to by pouring into their passion, which is hairstyling or hairdressing. You can go into products, you can go into selling services, you can go into selling knowledge. For me, my business, I sell the non-toxic hair care products, but we also have just launched another website. So it's called Ivy World Academy, where we actually help educate people to the highest standard in the UK of textured hair care. And that's, again, a huge passion of mine, is teaching other people what I know and what other experts around me know as well. So pouring into my own passion, my mom pouring into my passion, for me, has led me to doing what I'm doing now. And I think having supportive parents is super crucial and important to make sure that our kids are going to be the very best versions of themselves, not kind of just glide through life. Like, they actually have a clear vision, set intention, and when you have a supportive parent along the way, it definitely helps your own journey in life. The second one I want to talk about, and this is all about the numbers. Like, the numbers are important. Can we let that number sink in? That's incredible. The market is booming right now. Now is the best time to invest in your teen's education, so that they can be equipped with the right skill set, so that they can go on and become amazing people in the future. Like, I don't think the hair industry, it rarely drops, because beauty is always evolving. It's a growing market that everybody can take advantage of, and there's space for everybody. The cosmetics industry in the UK is the third largest in the Western world. So this is huge for people like us who are beauty entrepreneurs, who are hair care enthusiasts. Anybody in the hair care industry, this is definitely the place to be. And I think just helping your teen to think in an entrepreneurial mindset, so that they've got something that they can always fall back on, is always going to be a great thing to do. And that actually brings me into my third point. As a woman of color with textured hair, it doesn't matter if you're mixed race or black or whatever you're mixed with, a lot of the time it's likely that your hair is going to have some kind of texture to it, some kind of volume and bounce and wave to it. You are going to need to know how to protect your hair, because I'm thinking about when I went away from uni to study away, I didn't have any clue what I was going to do with my hair. I didn't know any hairdressers. I moved from Birmingham to Leicester. I had no clue whatsoever. It really is a life skill. Like, any time that your teen is going to be away from home, or any time that they're going to need to rely on someone else to do their hair, at least they are going to be able to do something for themselves instead of having to rely on other people. And it really does encourage a loving relationship with the person and their own hair. It's the part of their identity. It's a huge part of our identity. So I think sometimes, as like for myself growing up, sometimes I was afraid to put my hands in my own hair. Like, that's not going to encourage a high self-esteem. We want our teens and our children to feel like they can love themselves, like there's no part of themselves that's unlovable. I always say to my students in our class that your hair is magnificent. Your hair defies gravity. How amazing is that? Our hair is magnificent, it's versatile, and the more that we encourage our teens and our children to have a loving relationship with every part of themselves, they're going to be able to go out into the world knowing who they are. They're not going to question their worth. They're not going to question their value. And that's why, for me, all three of these things, investing in our children's and our teens' education, making sure that we're actually paying attention to the numbers and the market value and the trends, and creating an entrepreneurial mindset for our teens is crucial. Making sure that we're encouraging them to learn a life skill is absolutely crucial, because this is going to help them in the future. And when we pour into a passion, it then becomes a profitable business, not only just something that we're doing for the now. And again, it's something that they can always fall back on later in the future if they want to. So can your teen make $1 million? It depends. Are you as the parent going to be willing enough to pour into their education? Are you going to be the kind of parent that guides them through challenges and difficult times? Are you going to be the kind of parent that tells them it's okay, you can do hard things, it's challenging right now, but you can push through and you can do hard things? They're the questions that I'm going to put to you as the parent. And I think, if your child is talented in something, regardless, even if it's not hairdressing, if your child is talented in something, I feel as a parent it's our responsibility to do everything that we can to make sure that they get all the information that they know about this topic so that they can make an informed choice decision that is led from passion and it's also led from the knowledge about that topic. If you are interested in furthering your child's education, furthering your teen's education, we do have a cornrow and braiding workshop coming up. It's from 8 to 18-year-olds and it is on the 26th of July in Birmingham at the Legacy Centre of Excellence. I will leave a link down below in the description bar so that you can book tickets for your teen so that they can start their process of becoming millionaires, honey, from their passions. So yeah, I'll leave that in the link down below. Please, 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 if you enjoyed this video and you find that there's somebody out there that could really do with listening to this video, please share it with somebody that you know. Please hit the thumbs up and please subscribe so that you can find out when I'm going to post another video. And that's it from me today. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.